Jay-Z has been a mogul for a long time. So has Puffy. In fact, the rap industry is filled with people that call themselves moguls. They have songs about being part of an empire. They have shows that show that they're part of an empire. What happens when the empire has to strike back against one of their own? What happens when the whole infrastructure starts to get infested with something that it does not want? What happens when the way that the empire was built starts to be questioned and begins to crumble? What do you do with the person at the top? We spoke recently about Puff Daddy and how his hand and role in multiple people's lives turned out to be something of a detriment to him. Everything from Kim Porter to Cassie to people that he had been associated with, to people he writes checks to, that he signed to Bad Boy Records. The list goes on and on and on. Tupac, Biggie, you name it. His hand has been all over everybody's world, and none of them who he's touched has really benefited more than him, Justin Bieber. So recently, with this settlement that he came to with Cassie, he seemed to have established himself as being free as a bird now. In fact, he recorded himself in his own house saying that he ain't got nothing to worry about no more. He's out dancing and stuff. You know, he did his settling. He's got this moving on thing now. He's good. I'm still standing I'm still standing taller than ever been. What if his time at the top of the Mogul Mountain is done, and the ones that are above him, that has put him above on top of his empire and his pillar, is ready to replace him? What if he's outlived his usefulness? His influence is now down. He's an older head. He's not really producing music. He's lost his grip on the new society. They're trying to get something new. Way too many legal woes. People are starting to crack and crumble and come out of the woodworks to talk about what happened. Has he outlived his usefulness? What if the empire needs a new leader? Well, let's go back to what some predictions we made on a live we had with Miss Royalty. Now, everybody knows I'm right. We all should know that by now, that Corey's never right. I'm always right, okay? Shh, don't tell Corey that. I'm always right, okay? Now, he say it's going to be Usher, all right? He's of the opinion that Usher going to take over because Puff Daddy signed him, and, you know, that logic there, follow that road, you're going to end up with Usher being the one to take over the lead. He's been quiet, ain't saying nothing. Okay. Royalty believes that it's going to be Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx, because he's been dropping bombs about everybody, and he's also been quiet, and he also just went through what he went through with his whole thing, you know? So I could see that, and I could kind of see Usher. For me, however, and I'm joking about Marlon's always right thing. I don't want anybody running off saying, yeah, I always knew Marlon's right. Corey don't know. I don't want nobody saying that nonsense. That's division. We don't have that here. Okay? Park that. Me, on the other hand, I honestly believe, after looking at some things, that Jay-Z is prepped to be the one to take over. Because, hear me out, he's been around everybody that's been going up and going down, including Puff. He's also been really, really, really quiet. But just like with Puff, people that disagree with Jay-Z and his empire queen, Beyoncé, they just go poof. Where you don't hear about rape scandals and you don't hear about drug scandals. You just hear about people just up and gone. Okay, so let's look at this one. Aaliyah. Nothing was wrong with Aaliyah. Playing flute all the time. As soon as she goes down, Beyonce comes up. I'm just saying, you see how that worked, right? Okay. With Puff, Tupac goes down. He gets Bad Boy Records off the ground. Whoop! Moneymaker. They both function the same, and they both use a tragedy to get the other, their uppins. However, with Jay-Z, he has been the one to operate on a more sophisticated level, which is why I think they will rotate to him. While Usher makes a good claim that he could be it because he has more affiliations with the people surrounding Puff. And while Jamie could also be said about him, I don't think they possess the power to do it. I don't think they have the kind of pull to do it. They may have the ear of the fans, yes. But why not put somebody twice as feared? Why not put somebody who literally came from the streets and will off you in public and not care? That would be Jay-Z. Many people forget this man was not clean when he came into the industry. He came in white dirty. I mean, powder dirty. I don't know if it's going to happen like that. But with all the legal woes going on with Puff, with all the people coming out of the woodwork, it's going to be very hard to silence all of them. And one false move could result in everything being open and a whole lot of people being out of jobs and way too many higher ups being exposed for something. I would not be surprised. Here's my predicament. I would not be surprised if Puff Daddy was the next one on the list to just up and be gone. When you outlive your use to these people, they will rotate somebody in, even if it's temporarily, to do what you no longer can do. It's been seen over and over and over and over and over again. Whether or not it'll happen, time will tell. But based on what we see, there are myriads of people waiting in line, whether it be Usher, whether it be Jamie, whether it be Jay-Z. I think we can finally say, by looking at the way things are going, that the reign of Puff Daddy as the kingpin and bad boy for life record owner is about up.